Smart work, the new age power skill in today's fast-paced world. Hard work alone is not enough. We've all heard that success demands hustle, sacrifice, and endless hours of grinding. But what if you could achieve more by doing less, and do it smarter, not just harder? Welcome to the new success formula. Smart work. Whether you are a student, a working professional, or an aspiring entrepreneur, smart work is the one skill that separates the achievers from the exhausted. It's not about cutting corners or avoiding effort. It's about using your time, energy, and brain power more effectively. Smart work helps you make better decisions, manage your focus, and use the right tools so that you can get ahead without burning out. Think about this. Two people work the same 10 hours. One struggles to finish tasks, stays overwhelmed, and feels drained. The other moves with clarity, finishes early, and still has energy left to grow. What's the difference? Not intelligence. Not even luck. The secret is how they work. This book isn't just theory, it's practical, step-by-step guidance. Each chapter will take you deeper into specific smart work strategies. From using silence to sharpen your brain, to building a solid routine that builds momentum, to replacing burnout with flow, everything you need is inside. If you've been working hard but not seeing results, this is your sign. It's time to work smart, take back control of your time, and build a future that works for you. Ready to shift from effort to impact? Let's begin your ladder up. Chapter 1. Smart work versus hard work. The difference that changes everything. You've probably heard it since childhood. Work hard, and you'll succeed. And sure, there's truth in that. Hard work builds character, discipline, and strength. But let's be honest, in today's world, working harder isn't always the solution. Because if hard work alone guaranteed success, wouldn't every laborer be a millionaire? Let's break it down. What is hard work? Hard work is all about effort, right? It's about putting in the hours, grinding nonstop, staying up late, skipping meals, doing whatever it takes. It's the kind of work that pushes your limits, drains your energy, and makes you feel like you've earned, even if the results don't show up right away. But here's the problem. Hard work can also be directionless. You might be running on a treadmill, sweating, panting, pushing, but staying in the same place. If you don't know where you're headed, what's the point of all that effort? Think of someone digging a well. If they don't know where the water is, no matter how deep they dig, it's wasted energy. That's hard work without intelligence. What is smart work? Now let's flip the coin. Smart work is about clarity. It's about using your time, energy, and effort in the most efficient way possible. It means thinking before acting, using tools, systems, and strategies to work better, not just longer. It's about asking, is this the best way to do this? Can I simplify this process? Is there a tool, shortcut, or method I can use here? Smart workers are not lazy. They are resourceful. They look at outcomes, not hours. They know when to say no. They understand leverage. Instead of working 10 hours to complete something manually, they might spend 1 hour learning a system that helps them finish the same task in 3. Let's take a simple example. Imagine two students studying for an exam. Student A is a hard worker. He studies 10 hours a day, reads every page, makes handwritten notes, highlights everything, and goes to bed tired. Student B is a smart worker. She studies 4 hours a day. But she uses memory tricks, watches short summary videos, practices mock tests, and focuses only on what's important. Guess what? Student B scores higher and feels fresh. That's not unfair, that's smart. Hard work has its place, but it's not enough now. I'm not saying you should never work hard. There are times you must push yourself, like building a new habit, waking up early, grinding through a deadline. Hard work is the foundation. But smart work is what builds the structure. Without strategy, hard work becomes just movement, not progress. Think of a man trying to cut down a tree with a blunt axe. He's swinging for hours, sweating bullets. Another guy spends 30 minutes sharpening the axe first, then cuts the tree in half the time. Who wins? Smart work isn't about shortcuts. It's about working smarter so you can go farther. Why do people choose hard work over smart work? That's a great question. Sometimes, people believe working longer hours makes them look more committed. Other times, they don't know how to work smart. They were never taught how to prioritize, delegate, or systemize. In some cases, people fear judgment. They think, if I finish early, they'll think I didn't work hard enough, so they stay busy, just to appear productive. But busy doesn't always mean effective. If you're always busy but not moving forward, it's time to stop and rethink your method. The mindset shift you need. Smart work begins with a mindset. It's the belief that your time is valuable, that your energy is a currency, that you don't have to earn exhaustion to prove your worth. The smartest people in the world don't waste energy, they protect it. Start asking, what is my goal? What's the fastest ethical path to that goal? What am I doing that's wasting my time? What can I automate, eliminate, or delegate? Once you start asking better questions, you start getting better results with less stress. Real-life examples of smart work. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day, not because he didn't care, but because he didn't want to waste mental energy on small decisions. Elon Musk learned rocket science by reading books, asking experts, and connecting patterns, not by enrolling in a 10-year degree. A single YouTuber making videos from his bedroom can now earn more than someone working 9 to 5 for years, because he learned how to leverage platforms and build systems. The world rewards those who adapt. Final thoughts. So what's the takeaway? Don't kill yourself proving how hard you can work. Instead, prove how effectively you can work. Use your mind as much as your muscles. Use systems, not just stamina. The future belongs to the smart workers who learn fast, act wisely, and protect their energy. Because in the end, smart work doesn't just help you succeed. It helps you succeed without losing yourself in the process. Chapter 2. Discover your genius zone. Play where you're born to win. We live in a world that constantly tells us, you can be anything. But the truth is, you can't be everything, and you shouldn't try to be, because success isn't about doing everything well, it's about finding that one thing you were born to do, and doing it exceptionally. That's your genius zone. Let's go deep. What is a genius zone? Your genius zone is the intersection between three things: what you're naturally good at, what you love doing, what creates value for others. It's the place where talent, passion, and purpose meet. When you operate from your genius zone, work doesn't feel like work. Time flies. You feel alive, focused, powerful, like you're finally playing the game you were meant to play. But when you outside that zone, you feel tired, you struggle, you doubt yourself, and eventually, you burn out. Why most people never find it. Here's a hard truth. Most people never discover their genius zone, not because they don't have one, but because they never stop to look. They're too busy trying to fit into boxes made by society, chasing careers that look good on paper, listening to what others expect, or doing things just to survive. They follow a life of shoulds. I should get a stable job. I should study this field. I should be like others. And in the process, they bury their genius deep beneath fear and obligation. But not you. You're reading this because deep down, you know, you were made for more. How to find your genius zone? Let's break it down into a simple exercise. Step 1. Identify what you're naturally good at. This isn't about skills you learned from school or jobs. This is about what comes naturally to you. Ask yourself, what do people always compliment me on? What feels effortless to me but hard for others? What have I been good at since childhood? Maybe you're a natural speaker, or problem solver, or creative mind. This is your innate gift. Step 2. What do you love doing? Now think about this. What makes you lose track of time? What could you do for hours without getting bored? What brings you joy, even without a reward? This is your passion. Not every passion is a career, but every fulfilling career include something you love. Step 3. What solves a problem or helps others? This is key. Your genius zone isn't just about you. It's about using your gifts to serve others. Ask yourself, who benefits when I do what I do? What problems can I solve using my strengths? How does my talent make life easier or better for someone else? This is how your value is born. Genius becomes impact when it's used to serve. Real-life examples: Virat Kohli didn't become a star because he worked hard. He found his genius zone, cricket, and combined it with discipline, vision, and fire. Oprah Winfrey turned her ability to connect with people into a global movement because she leaned into what made her powerful. Even someone like Steve Jobs, he wasn't an engineer, he wasn't a coder, but he was a visionary. His genius zone was storytelling, design, and understanding people, and that changed the world. Your genius zone doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It just has to feel like home to you. Signs you're not in your genius zone: let's be real. You'll know when you're outside your zone. Here's what it feels like. You're always tired. You dread Mondays. You feel like you're constantly proving yourself. You feel disconnected from your work. You feel like you're resurviving, not thriving. Sound familiar? Don't worry, this isn't the end. It's the beginning of your shift. You just need permission to pivot. And that permission comes from you. Protecting your genius: once you find your genius zone, you've got to protect it. Because life will try to pull you away. People will say, that's not practical. That's not realistic. Nobody makes money doing that. Ignore them. Success doesn't come from doing what's popular. It comes from doing what's authentic. Build skills around your gift. Learn the business side of your passion. Find a mentor. Take calculated risks. And most importantly, believe in yourself even when no one else does. Chapter 3. Focus like a laser. Eliminate distraction. Master execution. Let's start with a truth that hits hard. Lack of focus is the silent killer of potential. It doesn't destroy your dreams overnight. It chips away at them, moment by moment, notification by notification, distraction by distraction, until what could have been a powerful, impactful life becomes average. But not you, because now you're about to master one of the most powerful superpowers in the world: focused execution. Why focus beats talent? Listen closely. Talent is everywhere. You know talented people, smart, creative, even brilliant, but they never seem to finish anything. Why? Because talent without focus is like a Ferrari with no steering wheel. It goes fast, but crashes even faster. Meanwhile, a person with average talent but insane focus, that person builds empires. Focus turns ordinary people into extraordinary performers. Focus takes an idea and turns it into impact. Focus is what separates the wishful thinkers from the game changers. The age of distraction. We live in the most distracted generation of all time. Think about it. Your phone buzzes 100 times a day. You jump from app to app. You scroll for hours without knowing why. You were busy all day, but you go to bed wondering, what did I even get done today? That's not your fault. The system is designed to steal your attention. Every app is built by scientists who study how to hook your brain. But here's the good news. If you can learn how to protect your focus in this distracted world, you become superhuman. What focus actually is: let's clear one thing up. Focus isn't just about concentrating hard. It's about being clear on what matters most and ruthlessly eliminating everything else. Focus is saying, this is what I'm doing right now. Everything else can wait. It's not about multitasking, it's about monotasking, giving your full brain to one thing at a time. When you do that, your performance skyrockets, your creativity flows, and you start producing real results. Step 1. Define your one thing. You can't focus if you don't know what you're focusing on. So ask yourself, what's the one goal that truly matters this season? What's the one project that moves your life forward? What's the one skill that will create the most growth? Write it down, make it visible, and tell yourself every day, this is what I'm building. Everything else, distraction. Step 2. Design a distraction-free environment. You can't rely on willpower. You have to change your environment. Try this. Turn off non-essential notifications. Keep your phone in another room during deep work. Use website blockers like Freedom or Cold Turkey. Create a sacred work zone, a place where only focused work happens. When your focused work happens, Environment supports your focus, your output multiplies. Step 3. Use time blocks like a pro. Here's a simple system used by high performers. Time blocking. Block 90 minutes in the morning for your most important work. During that time, no meetings, no messages, no multitasking, just deep work. After 90 minutes, take a break. Walk, stretch, recharge, then repeat. Even just 2 deep work blocks per day can change your life. Step 4. Kill the multitasking myth. Multitasking is a lie. Your brain can't focus on 2 high-level tasks at once. It switches back and forth, wasting energy and increasing stress. Studies show multitasking lowers your IQ more than being sleep-deprived. Crazy, right? So do this instead. Batch similar tasks together. Batch similar tasks together. Schedule all shallow tasks, emails, messages, admin, for later in the day. Protect your peak energy hours for what matters most. Step 5. Train your focus like a muscle. Focus isn't a gift. It's a skill, indeed. Like any skill, it can be trained. Here's how to start building it. Daily meditation. Even 5 minutes improves attention span. Read physical books. Helps your brain resist distraction. Limit screen time, especially before bed and after waking up. Use the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break. Start small, stay consistent. Over time, your focus becomes sharper, deeper, and more natural. Real-world example. The power of execution. Let's take an example from real life. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He runs multiple companies, SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, all at the same time. How? Focus. He doesn't waste time scrolling social media. He doesn't jump between random projects. He schedules his day in 5-minute blocks. When he's with engineers, he's fully present. When he's solving a problem, he's all in. That's how impossible ideas turn into rockets that launch. You don't need to be Elon, but you do need to protect your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. Chapter 4. Energy management. Fuel your management. Hustle, protect your fire. Let's face it, even the most talented, focused, and motivated people hit a wall when they run out of one critical resource: energy. Not time, not money, not opportunities, energy. Because no matter how well you plan your day, how disciplined you are, or how ambitious your goals are, if your energy is low, everything slows down. In this chapter, you'll learn how to protect, boost, and direct your energy like a top performer, so your fire never dies. Energy is your real currency. Most people think productivity is all about time management. But here's the truth. Time without energy is useless. What's the point of having 12 hours to work if your brain feels foggy, your body feels tired, and your motivation is gone? That's like sitting in a Lamborghini with no gas. Energy is the fuel. It powers your focus, your creativity, your decision-making, your communication, and your execution. If you protect your energy, you protect your dreams. Where does your energy go? Every single day, your energy leaks out like water from a bucket. Here's where it usually goes. Negative thoughts drain your mind. Toxic people drain your emotions. Junk food drains your body. Social media drains your attention. Overthinking drains your confidence. You don't even realize it, but every scroll, every worry, every argument is stealing your fire. So first, you've got to patch the leaks. Step 1. Morning energy ritual. When the first hour, the way you start your day matters more than anything else. It sets the emotional tone for everything that follows. That's why top performers have a morning ritual. It's not about perfection, it's about energy. Try this simple 30-minute structure. Move your body. 5-10 minutes of stretching, walking, or light exercise. Get your blood flowing. Still your mind. 5-10 minutes of meditation, silence, or deep breathing. Reset your focus. Fuel up. Drink water, maybe lemon water or green tea. Eat something clean. Set your intention. Ask, what is my #1 priority today? Do this consistently and watch how your energy shifts. You won't need motivation. You'll feel ready. Step 2. Guard your energy like a king. Picture this. You're a king. Your energy is your kingdom. Would you let random people walk in and throw trash all over your castle? Of course not. So why do we let unnecessary arguments, negative news, pointless scrolling, or energy vampires drain us every single day. You've got to be ruthless. Say no more often. Log off when needed. Take your peace seriously. Your energy is sacred. Protect it like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Step 3. Eat and move for energy. Here's a simple truth. Your brain runs on what you eat. Your mood follows how you move. You don't need a perfect diet, but you do need to stop eating things that steal your power. Watch out for too much sugar, kills energy fast, overeating during the day, heavy junk food before bed. Instead, eat real food, fruits, veggies, nuts, lean protein. Stay hydrated. Water is non-negotiable. Move your body throughout the day. Even a 5-minute walk boosts focus. When you feel good physically, your mental fire comes back naturally. Step 4. Emotional energy. Don't carry what doesn't serve you. You can do all the right things. Sleep well, eat clean, avoid distractions, and still feel tired. Why? Because emotional weight is heavy. Anger, regret, shame, guilt, worry. These emotions drain your energy more than 10-hour shifts. So what can you do? Journal daily. Write out your thoughts. Talk to someone you trust. Don't bottle it in. Practice forgiveness, not for them, but for your own peace. Let go of what you can't control. Breathe, release, and move on. The lighter your heart, the stronger your energy. Step 5. Recharge daily. Daily. Don't wait for burnout. Here's the thing. You don't need to earn rest. You need to schedule it. The world glorifies hustle, but even your phone needs to recharge, and so do you. Try this. 1 hour of silence or stillness daily. Nature time, a walk, some fresh air, music, prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in peace. And remember, sleep is not a luxury. It's your brain's repair shop. Aim for 7-8 hours every night, like your life depends on it, because your future does. Real example. How CEOs manage energy, not time. Ever wonder how the busiest CEOs stay sharp? Here's the secret. They don't just manage their calendar, they manage their energy zones. Morning is for strategy and creativity. Afternoon is for meetings and communication. Evening is for winding down and reflection. They know when they're at their peak, and they protect those hours for their most important work. You don't need to be a CEO to do the same. You just need to know your rhythm and honor it. Chapter 5. Break the distraction loop. Win back your focus. Let's be honest. How many times have you sat down to do something important? Something that could move your life forward, only to end up scrolling your phone, checking messages, or falling into a YouTube rabbit hole? Yeah, we've all been there. In today's world, distraction is the new addiction. And if you don't learn how to take back control of your attention, it will rob you of your potential without you even realizing it. This chapter is about breaking that invisible loop and turning your focus into a superpower, the real enemy. Mental fragmentation. Most people don't lack discipline. They lack clarity and protection of their attention. Every notification, every ding, every pop-up is like someone knocking on your mental door every 5 minutes. Eventually, your brain gives up. You can't focus, can't think deeply, and your ability to do great work vanishes. This isn't just a productivity problem, it's a life problem, because if you stay distracted too long, it's a life problem. Because if you stay distracted too long, you start to forget your dreams. Step 1. Recognize the loop. The first step to breaking a loop is seeing it. Here's how the distraction loop usually works. You sit down to work. Your brain craves quick dopamine, a hit of pleasure. You check your phone, just for a second. 20 minutes later, you read deep into reels, random texts, or mindless content. You feel guilty, try to refocus, but now your energy is drained. You postpone the task, you beat yourself up. Repeat the loop tomorrow. Sound familiar? You're not alone, but it doesn't have to stay this way. Step 2. Create focus zones in your day. You don't need to be focused 24/7. That's not realistic. But what you can do is create focus zones. Dedicated, protected time where your only job is to give your attention to one important task. Start with just 2 sessions a day. Morning focus zone, 8:00 a.m. to 9:00 a.m. Evening focus zone, 5:00 p.m. to 6:00 p.m. during these windows. Phone goes on. Airplane mode. Notifications are turned off. No music with lyrics. One task. No multitasking. Treat this time like a sacred meeting with your future self, because it is. Step 3. Master the 45-15 rule. Here's a game-changing structure. You work for 45 minutes with full focus. Rest for 15 minutes without screens. Why does this work? Because your brain works in waves. It needs intense sprints followed by short breaks to stay sharp. When you force yourself to push beyond your attention limit, your energy crashes. But when you follow the 45-15 rhythm, your focus gets stronger. Your burnout disappears. Your motivation increases. You start enjoying work again, not avoiding it. Step 4. Train your focus muscle. Focus is not a personality trait. It's a mental muscle, and like any muscle, you have to train it. Try this simple habit. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Pick one task. Tell yourself, no matter what, I'll stay with this task for the next 10 minutes. No checking, no switching, just you and the task. Most people can't do this. But if you do it daily, your focus muscle will grow faster than you expect. Start small, build big. Step 5. Design a distraction-free environment. Your willpower is important, but your environment is more powerful. Ask yourself, is your phone always visible? Do you leave email tabs open all day? Are you working in a noisy place? If yes, you're inviting distraction. So do this. Keep your phone in another room during deep work. Use tools like Website Blocker or Forest app to stay focused. Create a clean, quiet space where your brain can breathe. Distraction lives where there's noise. Focus lives where there's intention. Step 6. Fight the urgent but useless trap. You know what destroys focus. Tasks that feel urgent, but don't really matter. Answering random emails. Replying to every text. Fixing tiny things that don't move the needle. These things feel productive, but they're just distractions in disguise. Airplane mode. Notifications are turned off. No music with lyrics. One task. No multitasking. Treat this time like a sacred meeting with your future self, because it is. Step 3. Master the 45-15 rule. Here's a game-changing structure. You work for 45 minutes with full focus. Rest for 15 minutes without screens. Why does this work? Because your brain works in waves. It needs intense sprints followed by short breaks to stay sharp. When you force yourself to push beyond your attention limit, your energy crashes. But when you follow the 45-15 rhythm, your focus gets stronger. Your burnout disappears. Your motivation increases. You start enjoying work again, not avoiding it. Step 4. Train your focus muscle. Focus is not a personality trait. It's a mental muscle, and like any muscle, you have to train it. Try this simple habit. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Pick one task. Tell yourself, no matter what, I'll stay with this task for the next 10. Luck, not intelligence, but the ability to show up again and again, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when no one's watching. This chapter is about that one thing most people underestimate, but which can completely change your life. Build identity. Let me explain. Anyone can do smart work for a day. Some can do it for a week. Very few can do it for months. But the ones who truly win, they don't see smart work as a task. They see it as a part of who they are. They tell themselves, I'm the kind of person who finishes what he starts. I'm the kind of guy who respects his time. Smart work is just who I am now. That shift from doing to being changes everything. Because once something becomes part of your identity, it doesn't take willpower. It becomes automatic. Anchor your routine. The power of time blocks. Here's a truth about the brain. It loves structure. And one of the best ways to build consistency is to attach smart work to the same time every day, just like brushing your teeth. Here's a simple daily routine structure to anchor your smart work. 6:00 a.m., 7:00 a.m., morning focus sprint. Wake up, freshen up, quick glass of water. Choose your #1 most important task and work with full focus for 60 minutes. No phone, no distractions, just pure, deep work. 10:00 a.m. 11:00 a.m. Strategic thinking zone, planning, journaling, deep brainstorming, learning. Helps align your actions with long-term goals. 4:00 p.m. 5:00 p.m. 5:00 p.m. Execution power hour. Revisit your top 3 tasks. Push them across the finish line, tie up the day strong. Now, you don't have to follow this exact time, but choose your own blocks and stick to them religiously, because when your brain knows when it's supposed to work, it stops fighting you and starts flowing with you. The 3 formula to build daily. The 3 formula to build daily. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about having a system that keeps you steady. Here's a simple but powerful formula. 1. Clarity. Know exactly what you're trying to be consistent with. Vague goals kill momentum. Instead of saying, I want to be productive, say, I will work for 1 hour every morning on my side hustle. Clarity creates movement. 2. Commitment. Make a commitment that feels personal. Say it aloud, write it down, tell someone you trust. The more emotionally invested you are, the more consistent you'll be. 3. Calendar. Put it in your schedule. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. Time blocking transforms dreams into daily action. Don't break the chain. This is a classic method from Jerry Seinfeld. He used to mark an X on the calendar every day he wrote jokes. Over time, it created a visual chain. His goal? Don't break the chain. Try this. Get a wall calendar. Every day you do your smart work. Mark an X after 5 days, 10 days, 20 days. You won't want to break the streak. That's how habits stick, through emotional momentum. Forgive the misses, but don't miss twice. Let's be honest. You will mess up. You will miss up. You'll miss a day. You'll fall off. You'll feel lazy. It's okay, but here's the rule. Miss a day. Forgive yourself. Miss 2. Reset immediately. Consistency isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up fast, so build a rule. If I ever miss a day of smart work, I will always bounce back the next day, no matter what. This mindset will protect your progress. Reward the process, not just the outcome. You won't always see instant results. That's just how life works. But don't wait for the big win to feel proud. Celebrate the fact that you showed up, finished a 45-minute session, give yourself a small win, completed 7 days in a row, treat yourself to something nice, reached 30 days, write a reflection letter to yourself. When you enjoy the process, you stay in the game longer. Make smart work your signature. Think about the most successful people you admire. They all have one thing in common. They've made excellence a part of their identity. When people think of them, they think, reliable, focused, consistent. Why not become that person? Start telling yourself, smart work is my new standard. I don't skip, I show up. This is just who I am now. Because the world doesn't need more talented people. It needs more people who keep going. Chapter 7. Focus like a laser. Mastering the power of one thing at a time. Let's start with something you already know, but probably ignore. Multitasking is killing your focus. And your dreams. Yeah, I know, it sounds harsh. But it's true. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. One ping from your phone, and boom, your attention is gone. One scroll on Instagram, and 40 minutes disappear. And that's exactly why success feels so far away sometimes. This chapter is all about one, sometimes. This chapter is all about one. Simple truth. Your brain works best when it works on one thing at a time. Let's dive deep into how to use laser focus to supercharge your smart work. The focus myth. Why multitasking is a trap. You've probably heard people brag. I can do 3 things at once. I'm answering emails, listening to a podcast, and editing my video. But here's the brutal truth. Your brain is not designed for multitasking. When you think you're multitasking, you're actually just switching between tasks rapidly, and each switch costs brainpower and mental energy. A study from Stanford University showed that multitaskers have poorer attention control, Reduced memory recall, lower productivity. So if you always jumping between tasks, you're retraining your brain to become scattered and weak. Want power? Want progress? Focus is the secret weapon. The one thing rule, your superpower. Let me ask you this. What if, instead of trying to do 10 things a day, you just committed to doing one powerful thing really well? Not 10 average things. Just one excellent high-impact action. That's the one thing rule. Every day, choose your highest impact task and finish it no matter what. This one shift can change your career, your business, your goals, everything. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, if I only finished one thing today, what would make the biggest difference in my life? Then lock in. No switching, no second guessing, just execute. Time blocks, focus magic. Here's a simple system to train your mind like a laser. Step 1. Block time for focus. Choose a time in your day where you can get 45-90 minutes of deep, uninterrupted work. Best times: early morning, 6:08 a.m., late evening, 8:10 p.m. Your brain is naturally calmer, quieter, and sharper. Step 2. Clear everything else. Turn off notifications. Put phone in another room. Close unnecessary browser tabs. Tell your family or team, do not disturb. This is your sacred zone. Step 3. Use the Pomodoro method. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Work on only one task. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat 3-4 rounds. This keeps your focus sharp and your brain fresh. The hidden power of deep work. Deep work is when you go into a zone of high concentration, where your mind is fully present, locked in, and time seems to disappear. This is where breakthrough ideas come. Complex problems get solved. True mastery is born. But here's the challenge. Most people never experience deep work because they never focus long enough to get there. You usually need 15-20 minutes just to enter the zone. But if you constantly interrupted, you never reach it. So protect your focus like it's gold, because it is. Focus is a muscle. Train it daily. If you're thinking, man, my focus is weak, I get distracted so fast, don't worry, that's normal. It's not a character flaw. Focus is a skill, a muscle, and just like any muscle, you can train it. Start small, 10 minutes of distraction-free work a day, then increase to 20, 30, 60 minutes over time. You'll build insane concentration power. Make it a game. Track how long you stay focused. Beat your score every day. Celebrate each win. Soon, your brain will crave that clarity. The enemy, digital overload. Let's be honest. Your phone is not just a tool, it's your biggest thief. Every notification, every app, every scroll pulls your brain away from what actually matters. So here's a radical idea. Create focus rituals that protect your peace. Examples: 30-minute no-phone zone. Every morning, social media blackout till noon. Use apps like Forest, Freedom, or Cold Turkey to block distractions. Treat your focus time like a meeting with your future. You wouldn't cancel a meeting with your boss, right? So don't cancel on yourself. Protect your energy to protect your focus. Focus isn't just mental, it's physical. When your body is tired, your brain can't concentrate. When you eat junk, your mind feels foggy. So fuel your focus with good sleep, 7-8 hours, healthy food, light, natural meals, daily movement, even a 10-minute walk. A clear mind needs a clean body. Focus, pure mind. At the end of the day, most people feel overwhelmed, not because they have too much to do, but because they're doing too many things at the same time. Here's your new mantra: I'll do one thing fully, then move to the next. That's how you feel in control. That's how you build momentum. That's how you create results. Chapter 8. Consistency is king. Make smart work your identity, not just a habit. Let me ask you something real. What if success wasn't about intensity, but about consistency? Look, most people don't fail because they didn't work hard for a few days. They fail because they stop working smart every day. They start with motivation, but quit when life gets boring. They work smart for a week, and then get distracted. But here's the truth champions live by: success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. In this chapter, we're going deep into the mindset and strategy of making smart work your daily identity. The power of repeating small wins. We live in a world obsessed with big wins, viral moments, huge breakthroughs, instant results. But real success? It's built slowly, brick by brick. Let me give it to you straight. A little smart work, done every single day, beats massive hard work, done every single day, beats massive hard work done once in a while. Think about it. One smart action a day, 365 powerful moves in a year. One habit of deep work, 100 hours of game-changing productivity, one morning, routine. Total mindset transformation over time. That's the compound effect of consistency. It sneaks up on you and then explodes in results. Identity over motivation. You don't need more motivation. You need a new identity. Say this out loud. I'm not someone who tries to be productive. I am someone who shows up smart. Every day. Winners don't rely on how they feel. They rely on who they believe they are. So instead of chasing motivation every morning, start saying, I'm a smart worker. I do deep work daily. I protect my focus. I build, no matter what. Soon, your identity will push you forward, even when you're tired, distracted, or doubting yourself. Build a daily smart work schedule, simple but powerful. Let's make this super practical. Here's a daily routine structure to embed smart work into your lifestyle, something you can actually follow day after day. 6:00 am. Wake up, mindset, reset, no phone for the first 30 minutes, quick journaling or silent time, say your goals out loud, yes, really. 6:30 am. Energy boost walk, stretch, workout, something light. Hydrate your body. Breathe deep. 7:00 am. 90-minute smart work zone. Choose one high-impact task, deep work session. No distractions. This is your game-changer block. 9:00 am. Recovery planning. Light breakfast. Reflection. Plan the rest of your day around energy, not urgency. Rest of the day, work, meetings, life. Maintain a one thing at a time mindset. Block distractions when needed. 8:00 p.m. Review. Wind down. Review what worked right. Tomorrow's one thing task. Sleep on purpose. Not with your phone. Do you have to follow it perfectly? No, but having a structure makes consistency easier than chaos. Handle off days with grace, not guilt. Listen, you're human. Some days will suck. You'll miss your focus window. You'll feel off. That's okay. A bad day doesn't mean a bad life. A broken streak doesn't mean a broken identity. Don't punish yourself. Don't quit. Instead, ask, what can I still do today, even if it's small? How fast can I bounce back tomorrow? The magic of consistency is not perfection, it's resilience. Make it visual, track, measure, win. If you want consistency to stick, make it visible. Use a calendar or app. Track your smart work streak. Build a wall of tiny wins. There's something powerful about seeing your progress build up, day after day. Try this. Print a 30-day tracker. Each day you complete your one thing. Mark and don't break the chain. Soon, you'll get addicted to the streak. And guess what? That's a good addiction. Turn habits into lifestyle. A habit is something you do regularly. A lifestyle is something you become. That's the final transformation. Smart work must move from your to-do list to your way of living. It's not just about checking off tasks anymore. It's about the way you think, the way you act, the way you show up. You become the kind of person who thinks deeply, plans wisely, executes with focus, reflects with clarity. This isn't just about work. It's about life. And the way you shape your life, one smart move at a time. Chapter 9. Turning pressure into power. Thrive. Don't just survive. We often hear people say, pressure breaks people. But let me ask you something. Does it really? Or does pressure actually reveal who we truly are? Pressure isn't your enemy. It's a mirror. It shows your strengths, exposes your weaknesses, and forces you to grow or give up. But what if I told you that the most successful people in the world don't run from pressure, they master it? They don't survive under pressure, they thrive. Why this chapter matters. You can be smart. You can be hardworking. But if pressure breaks you every time things get tough, your growth will be temporary. This chapter is about building the mindset that transforms pressure into pure performance. It's about making your nervous energy work for you, not against you. Let's dive into how you can turn high-stress moments into your greatest advantage. Step 1. Redefine pressure. It's not the enemy the first. It's not the enemy the first. Step: change how you see pressure. Most people panic under stress because they see pressure as danger. But successful people see it as a signal. Something important is happening. Their brain says, this matters. And instead of freezing, they focus. Example: think of a surgeon. When someone's life is on the line, their heart rate rises, but their focus sharpens. They've trained their brain to perform, not panic. That's the power of pressure used right. Your pressure is a signal that you're about to level up. Don't fear it. Face it. Step 2. Use mental models. Don't think emotionally. Think strategically. When you're under pressure, your emotional brain kicks in. But the smartest move? Let your logical brain take the lead. Here's a technique used by top CEOs and elite athletes. Detach and diagnose. When stress hits, don't react. Step back, breathe, and ask, what's really happening? What are my actual options? What's the smartest next move? Example: A tennis player is down in the final set. A nervous player panics and rushes, but a calm, strategic player pauses, slows their breath, visualizes their next shot, and focuses on the basics. That's the power of detachment in action. Step 3. Train under stress. Practice makes permanent. Want to perform better under pressure? Practice in pressure. You can't become fireproof by reading books. You've got to walk through the fire. Create controlled stress environments. Practice presentations in front of friends before your big pitch. Simulate interview pressure by timing yourself. Set tight deadlines for small tasks. When your brain gets used to discomfort, it stops panicking. Instead, it performs. Athletes do it. Special forces do it. Public speakers do it. And if you want to rise under pressure, so should you. Step 4. Don't escape. Channel the energy. When your heart is racing, your hands are sweating. That's energy. It's your body gearing up for action. Don't waste it by running away or freezing. Channel it. Use that energy to speak with power, think faster, execute with focus. Example: a stand-up comedian about to face a crowd feels that tight chest and pounding heart. But instead of backing out, they lean in. That same energy turns into performance. That nervous energy inside you, it's fuel. Burn it right. Step 5. Build a pressure-proof routine. Pressure becomes easier when your systems are stronger than your emotions. That's why top performers automate their discipline. They don't decide what to do in the middle of chaos. They pre-decide. Morning routines, pre-game rituals, decision checklists. These small habits become mental armor when pressure hits. Example: an investor doesn't make choices based on fear during market crashes. He follows his preset strategy. That's routine over reaction, and it saves millions. Step 6. Don't try to eliminate pressure. Expand your capacity. You don't get. Chapter 10. Stop starting over. Master the power of completion. Let's be honest. How many times have you started something with excitement, only to leave it halfway? A new fitness routine, an online course, a side project, a new habit. You began with energy, but somewhere down the line, you lost it. Again and again. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You're just stuck in the loop of starting over, and that loop, it's silently killing your growth. In this final chapter, we'll break this cycle once and for all, because the truth is, starters are everywhere, but finishers, they win the game. Why finishing matters more than starting. Everyone loves the beginning. It's exciting, full of potential, but starting is easy. Finishing is what creates transformation. Starting gives you dopamine. Finishing gives you identity. Let that sink in. The real confidence, the real growth, the real results. They come when you complete what you commit to. That's how you earn trust with yourself. Example: completing a 30-day challenge doesn't just build skill, it builds a mindset. I follow through. That mindset, it's gold. Step 1. Redefine what finishing means. Sometimes we don't finish because our idea of completion is too big, too vague, or too far away. So let's simplify it. Finishing doesn't mean perfection. It means seeing something through to the point that it teaches you, shapes you, and strengthens your focus. Example: you don't have to write the next bestseller, but finishing a 30-page ebook you started. That gives you momentum and confidence for the next project. Break your big goals into mini completions. Each win feeds the next. Step 2. Identify why you keep quitting before you fix the cycle. You have to understand it. Here are the most common reasons people start over. Perfectionism. You wait until things are just right. Fear of judgment. You worry about what others will think. Overplanning. You stay stuck in preparation mode. Emotional burnout. You push too hard too fast, then crash. Shiny object syndrome. You get distracted by something new. Which one hits you the hardest? Call it out. Awareness is step 1. Step 3. Train your brain to crave completion. Just like the brain gets addicted to scrolling, it can be trained to get addicted to finishing. Here's how. Visual progress. Track your progress in a visible way. Checklist, habit tracker, progress bar. Celebrate small wins. Reward yourself after every milestone. Use a mantra. Repeat, "I don't stop until it's done." Gamify the process. Turn your goal into a challenge with rewards. Your brain loves progress. Feed it, and it will drive you forward. Step 4. Protect your focus like a warrior. Finishing needs focused energy. That means no multitasking, no switching lanes every 2 days. You want results? Learn to protect your attention like your life depends on it. Because in a way, your future does. Tactics to stay focused. Set a 90-minute work block with no phone. Turn off notifications for everything non-essential. Choose one goal per week to complete. Example: imagine if you gave undivided attention to just one goal for 7 days. The clarity and speed you'd gain. Game-changing. Step 5. Build completion habits. Not just motivation. Motivation fades. Habits stay. Build finisher habits that trigger the end of tasks. Always complete your last 5 minutes before taking a break. Always review and submit, not just draft and leave. Set deadlines and tell someone to hold you accountable. These micro habits train your brain to complete, not quit. Step 6. Embrace boring consistency. Truth bomb. Finishing is not about excitement. It's about repetition. You will get bored. You will feel resistance. You will want to quit. That's when you must continue, because boredom is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth. The mindset shift. I keep going even when it's boring. That's how I win. Real talk. Your identity is built in the last 10%. Most people quit at 90%. The book is almost done. The business is almost launched. The routine is almost set. But they step back right before the breakthrough. Don't be that person. Your real transformation lives in the final 10%. That's where identity is built. That's where you stop being a dreamer and become a doer. Action steps. Become a finisher, not just a starter. Track every completion, daily, big or small. Set public deadlines and share your progress. Use the one goal rule, only one key project per week. Gamify and reward your progress with small treats. Repeat this daily. I finish what I start. Your rise starts now. You've just walked through 10 powerful chapters, 10 steps that weren't just tips, but tools to unlock the next level of your life. You've learned how to shift from hard work to smart work, how to build clarity, how to choose your circle, and how to turn consistency into your identity. But now comes the real moment. This isn't the end of a book. This is the beginning of your transformation. So here's the call. Don't just be a reader, be a doer. Be the person who puts action behind insight. Because your future, it's not written in this book. It's written in your next decision. Whether it's starting your side hustle, building new habits, waking up early, or simply choosing to finish what you start, do it with fire. Do it with focus. Do it like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Your success story isn't waiting, it's watching. Waiting to see, will you just consume, or will you create? Will you just dream, or will you deliver? And if this journey helped you, even in one small way, then help someone else rise. Share this with someone who's ready to climb. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Ladder Up channel for more practical strategies, real talk, and the push you need when the world goes quiet. This is Ladder Up, and this is your time to climb. Let's rise together.